Hello, we're back in Faye's house again. And what are we going to do today? Well, I've got my colours again, and a bit like when we did the colourful bear for Cave Baby's cave wall, I thought we could have a look at doing some different types of lines. Now, if you're little, you might just do some circles and some big lines, but if you're quite good at holding a pen, then you might like to have a go at doing different lines with me today. And we're not going to do any up and down lines. We are going to do lines that start at this side and go across the page, because that's the direction, mum and dads, that we learn to write in. So we are going to go from the left to the right. And the first one we're going to do, if you've got paper and pen now, you can do it with me. If not, you can do it after the video and watch the video as you're doing it at home. Okay, so my first line is going to just be a straight line. I'm going to go from this side all the way across. Can you do a line like that? Now, my next line is going to be not a straight line, but what we call a squiggly line. So I'm going to start the same side on the left, and I'm going to go up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down, and I have done a squiggly line. This time I'm going to do what we call polka dots. You probably might know them more as dots or spots, but it's not going to be like that. They're going to be bigger. So little circles that you make and you colour in the inside so that you make your polka dots. And I'm going to go from the left, this side of the paper, all the way to this end. Can you do that? How many more have we got to do? I think I can fit in one more. Those are my polka dots. Now I'm going to go up and down again, but not in a curvy way. I'm going to do points so that my lines are zigzags. Zigzags. And I am going to start at this side, and I'm going to go up and down, up and down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Look, we've done a zigzag line. Now I'm going to do a line that is straight, but it doesn't carry on. It has a little gap. I stop to make the line that says 1 by 1, or you might know it as a dash. So I do a little straight line, and then I take my pen off, and then I leave a gap in the paper so that you can see some white, and then I do another straight line. Can you see how I leave a gap? And my lines are straight but short. 1 by 1 by 1 by 1 by 1. Look at those different lines we've made. What's going to come next? This is called a cloud. And it looks a bit like this line because it's curly, but the curves are down the bottom, not at the top. And it goes like this. And I don't take my pen off the paper at all. I keep making that same action all the way to the end. That's a tricky one, that cloudy one. Have a go and see if you can do it. Now I'm going to use my brown pen and we are going to do some straight lines, but they look a bit like the wall of a castle. So these lines are called castle lines. And these are a bit tricky too, because again, you don't take your pen off the paper. They look a bit like squares without the bottom edge, or maybe they look a bit like sand castles. There, that's my castle line. Now, I am going to have, wrong end, a roller coaster line. Now the roller coaster line, your pen stays on the page and it goes like, you've got to make like little loops. So you need to use this kind of movement because you're going to go round and round like this. Here we go, are you ready? Round and 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 round. That's a bit tricky too. So even if you're doing this activity with me now, you can always get another piece of paper later on or another day. You could sit with an older brother or sister or a grown up and you can just practice all these different movements, because then after the summer, when it is time to go to big school, you are going to be very ready to start writing. Now we've got 2 more lines to go, and this one is going to be our mouse ear. And we don't take our pen off the page again. We keep it going all the way from this side to the end, and it's got straight lines and it's got curly lines as well. So here we go. It's going to look like an ear on the top of a mouse. Here we go. Like that. And along and like that. So, or you could say it's a bit like a tunnel. Straight down like that. That's our mouse ear. Straight over, straight over, straight over. And our last one, I think this is one of my favourites, is the swirl. And this is like the pattern you get on a snail shell. So some people call it a spiral, but we're going to call it a swirl today. Now what I need to do is I need to start in the middle and I need to go out a bit and curl round. That's a swirl. My pen goes round and round. You see how I did that? You see if you can get a pen and see if you can do that pattern too. Now these are all our patterns, and again, if you want to do this at home and ask a grown-up to take a picture of it, you can do that and send it to me. Or you can put a copy of it in the resource box outside Faye's house, and I will take it out and show it in the next video. So if you'd like to have a go at that, do. If you are not ready to do marks like this, what you can do, if I turn my page over, you can simply pick up a pen and you can go up and down, up and down, up and down, and you can practice circles. Up and down, up and down, circles. You could also do dots, not polka dots, but just this. that looks a bit like fireworks. I'm going to do some more. I'm going to do a circle. I'm going to do a line this way. It could look like this, where you've gone round and round and up and down really quickly. Whatever marks you make, it's really good practice holding a pen, and I bet what you leave on the paper looks really good. Go on, give it a go.